Recently, I spoke about lab-grown meat. In a similar discussion, I want to speak about 3D printed meat. Maybe it's similar, but definitely not the same. It is something, I don't know if 3D printed meat has been allowed in any supermarkets, whereas in the lab-grown meat, I believe it is in or is going to be in American supermarkets. Um, the lab-grown meat, I've made my concerns. They're making it in a factory and it's being almost like fake food. Like it's not food, but they're making it into a food from different things that they're using. However, 3D printed meat, as far as I'm aware, 3D printers, you just use materials and you print out things. So people make like parts from, they print out parts and things like this. So I don't know, you're not gonna put meat in a printer or things like this, are you? So I think, from what I understand, if I'm wrong, then correct me. Like whatever they make using a 3D printer, unless they've got a different 3D printer for food, I don't know if they do. Like, is it going to be food, or are they just going to class it as food and you're not going to notice? It's like if you get a load of, I'm not saying this is cardboard, but or 3D printed stuff is cardboard, or 3D printed meat is cardboard. But let's say you get a lot of cardboard, and then you like you put it into small pieces and you soak it in water until it becomes like mushed up, and then you add like spices and salt and whatever to add a bit of flavor, and then you do it in such a way where you can't taste the cardboard, and you almost like tricked into thinking that it's meat or something like this, and they can get away with putting whatever they want. So for me, like lab grown meat, although I'm very skeptical around it, you still can understand they're using, for as I'm aware, ingredients. Well, with 3D printed, I don't know if they're using ingredients or not and how they're going to do it. In any case, should we have um, lab grown meat or 3D printed meat in our supermarkets, and does it really help the environment, or should we stick with normal meat? And if you want to have meat, then have it. If you don't want to, then don't. I'm sure. And also, in my opinion, I feel like plant-based meat that's made out of soya protein, seitan, and all these meat alternatives, or even made out of vegetables, I feel like that's better than 3D printed or lab grown. Although I don't think I've had 3D printed or lab grown, but from seeing what 3D printed and lab grown is going to be, from what I've read, I feel like plant based meat is better, and we don't really need lab grown meat or 3D printed. Maybe my opinion will change once it becomes more popular and maybe I've eaten it and things like this. But at the moment, I am on the fence.